Hi, it's Disney Girl, and today I'm going to be doing a Disney's Magic Kingdoms event recap for the Wreck-It Ralph event. So there are a few things, though, that I have to do in order to be able to do that full recap, to go over all the characters, their levels, the costumes, and all of the feature bundles that we were able to purchase through the event. So the first thing is going to be bringing Ariel back into the kingdom, who was leveling up, and she is now level 9. This is fantastic! And that was her newest welcome screen with her latest costume. So here it is, the I'm Gonna Wreck It limited time event is officially over. We just missed seeing the countdown. So the Wreck-It Ralph characters will be available in-game in future. Now that usually means that it's gonna be in a legendary chest. Now sometimes they do offer those characters in tower challenges a little bit later along with some of the attractions and stuff like that. I'm not sure how these princess costumes are going to work, whether they will be just in legendary chests or whether they might be a future tower challenge item that we'll be able to collect. But we'll just sort of have to wait and see for that. The event is ended. We've converted your event currency to gems. So I got 22 gems for that, and I had over 40,000 event currency. So actually that's not too bad. The last event, I definitely got less gems from my event currency. So I think they've actually sort of recalculated the event currency to gems feature. So this is actually pretty good. So I'm happy with 22 gems. I'm getting a video ad that I watched a little while ago. I'm just getting the gem for that now. Not sure why that is. Now, today's calendar reward is a hot chocolate stand, which is actually amazing. So this is from the Frozen collection, and I think this is adorable. I actually do have one of these in my kingdom already. Legendary holiday sale. Oh my goodness. Different chests every day. I remember this just after I started my game last year. So it hasn't quite been a year, but I think I'm like about a week away from my 1 year Disney Girl anniversary of the kingdom. So I am going to do a very special video for you guys for that, but a little more on that later. So let's check this out first. The Incredibles are back. Find them in legendary chests. Now includes Jack Jack. So Jack Jack wasn't part of the Incredibles limited time event. I unfortunately wasn't playing the game at the time, but I was able to get Jack Jack during the Tower Challenge that we had a couple of months ago. So that was pretty cool. Actually, it's funny because I've got Dash, Elastigirl, and Jack Jack, and Frozone, and that's it in terms of the Incredibles collection. So pretty intense. Now, that is, I guess, the featured chest for the day. And why are they doing this, guys? Because it's the holidays. It's Christmas time. This is what they do over the holidays. So this is, I know this is not event recap stuff, but I will get to that in a second. But this is actually really awesome for anybody who is looking to collect some of these characters. If you guys would like to see me open a legendary chest for the Incredibles, let me know in the comments below. There's loads of stuff that I still need for this, and I'll probably use some of my gems for that. But guys, normally these chests are $13.99, but right now they are $10.99, so that is actually a very good deal. So again, let me know in the comments below if you guys think I should sort of continue that storyline. Alright, so now let's go ahead, and I know there's one more character I still have to do. The flower bundle I'm still interested in getting, and I will talk to you guys about that probably in my next video. Now, here is Ralph. He's the last character that I had to bring back after the event, so he was just leveling up all the way to the end there. Ralph is now level 9. There's no one I'd rather be than me. I don't blame you, because you are pretty awesome! Okay, so that is it. Now, let's see here. Let's go over my character levels and how I did here. So, the first character that was released to us in the event was Ralph. Now, during the event, I was able to get Ralph to a level 9. As you can see here, to get him from a 9 to a 10, you need 100 Wi-Fi tokens, which now are going to be extremely easy to get. Honestly, it's a joke. Considering how hard it is during the event. But we need 100 of those, 50 of his hero medal left side, and 50 of his ears hats. So that is crazy. Now, these are pretty easy to get, but still. wild. So what was once event currency has now changed to magic. 32,700 to get him to a level 10. All right, let's go to the next character. And that would be Vanellope. So Vanellope was the actual very last character that was released to us in the game during the event. So I only was able to get her to a level 3, but I have everything collected for her to get her to a level 4. Next is Fix-It Felix Jr. He is a level 4. He was released at the same time as Shank. So him I probably could have got a little higher, but I was having trouble getting enough Wi-Fi tokens. So that's the only thing with that, but he was all ready to go. Then Calhoun is a level 5. Now she was in the sort of grouping with Ralph. Now, she wasn't the first character released to us, but she was released basically at the same time through a bundle. So that is the first thing here that we're going to talk about in a little bit more depth. So maybe you guys don't remember how to get Calhoun in the event. So she was, again, first paid character. First paid character is usually 200 gems, and as promised, she was. And her bundle was, if you wanted to spend real money, she was the Calhoun plus the burnt pie stand. Now that at the time was $5.49. So they called that the Calhoun's Dynamite bundle, which was actually a really good deal. I ended up using gems for that because Disney Magic Kingdoms gave me 1,000 gems, so I decided to use 200 of those 1,000 gems on Calhoun, and it was totally worth it at the beginning of the event. She really helps you out at the beginning, and actually throughout most of the event, but at the start, she's definitely the most useful. Now, we're going to look at Spamly. Spamly was released, officially released after Ralph, so we had to wait like 2 days to get him. Now, I got to a level 6. Again, he's all collected for except for those Wi-Fi tokens. So again, that is really the big thing in the event, besides time. Is the other issue is obviously having enough of those Wi-Fi tokens. Event currency, as you guys saw at the beginning, I got 22 gems from it, over 40,000 event currency. So really, I had loads of currency for Spamly. I just, again, didn't have those tokens. Next was Yes. So Yes was released after Spamly, and I got her to a level 4. Again, the Wi-Fi tokens was the problem. And finally, Shank. She was the last character released to us before Vanellope was officially fully unlocked. Now, Vanellope was unlocked fairly early in the event. We were able to collect certain stuff for her, but we had to wait for certain things to be released. So that was really awesome. Now, I think we've gone over the characters and what level they were. The one thing, though, I did forget to talk to you guys about just a second ago was Fix-It Felix. Actually, he was a paid character just like Calhoun. He was released at the same time as Shank, and he was 300 gems. Now, what could you get with those 300 gems? Fix-It Felix Jr. Now, if you wanted to spend real money, on the other hand, you could get Fix-It Felix's high score bundle for $8.49, and you get Fix-It Felix plus the giant cherry stand. So that was actually his bundle. Sorry, I forgot to mention that a second ago. So Calhoun, 200 gems. Fix-It Felix, 300 gems. So the second character is always a little bit more expensive. That's just sort of how Disney Magic Kingdoms does it. Now, that is all fun, dandy, but the other thing that we had to do in this event was collect princess costumes. So we had to collect Cinderella, Jasmine, Belle, and Ariel. So that was quite a lot of work. Now I'll show you guys what those costumes were if you don't already know. So they were the comfy cozy costumes. So the first one that was released to us was Cinderella, and this is a personal favorite of mine. I definitely love her look, and all of the princesses, by the way, are going to look glitchy like that. I'm not sure why that is exactly, but they all glitch. It's probably because the fabric they used to make the costume was one of the materials was a glitch fabric. The next one that was available to us was Princess Jasmine, and we can see her comfy cozy outfit right there. And again, guys, their faces, if you probably noticed already, they were a little bit different than the original, but that is based off of the Ralph Breaks the Internet movie. Next was Belle's comfy cozy costume. So we can see here again, her head is quite a bit bigger in this comfy costume, but very cool. Especially love those gold pants. And the last costume, which we actually had to collect for after Vanellope. So I know a lot lot of you guys had trouble trying to get this one, is Ariel's comfy cozy costume. Now this one is pretty cool. Not my favorite, but she still looks absolutely beautiful, and I feel that she looks the most similar to her original character out of all of the other Disney princesses. Now I will talk to you guys about the different bundles and things like that that you were able to get in terms of costumes and things like that. I'll go over that though in just a minute, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I do, though, want to show you guys, though, first, the attractions. So we had a few different attractions in all of this. Now I know I gotta find them all. The princess dressing room was one of them. This one is a personal favorite from the event. It is massive, though, as you guys can see, it's huge. Absolutely huge attraction, but there's a lot of interaction that goes into it. You guys would have had to see it in my videos. Nobody's currently doing anything in it, but they sit on the poofs and things like that, or on the big giant green sofa. So pretty cool. Love this attraction and its interaction for sure. We have the internet right here. This also is an amazing attraction. I love the look of it. I never want to take it out of my kingdom. It's just one of those ones, you know, the internet you gotta have in the game, of course. So this one is fantastic. Now I do kind of want to know how much magic it collects now. Collects 80 magic still every 4 hours, so that's not too bad. Another attraction right here, this one was super tiny and super cute. It was BuzzTube. So this is where, if you've got a great video, this is where you want to post it. On BuzzTube. Not YouTube, BuzzTube. In the real world, it is YouTube though. Anyways, next we're gonna take a look at Slaughter Race. Now this one is super intense. Even the shark pops out of the manhole. Like this one, like fire's coming out. Yeah, absolutely crazy attraction. The other attraction that we did have here was the Nice Land. Now, Nice Land, you guys probably know where this comes from if you've seen the Wreck-It Ralph movie. This is actually part of the game that Ralph and Felix are in, so that is amazing. Now, I wasn't able to get all of the decorations for the event. I was, though, able to get the tiny little Fix-It Felix Jr. game here, and Sugar Rush. I've not seen the kids interact with those, but apparently the kids walking around your kingdom looking for happiness, they can actually interact with these. So, still waiting to see that. Next, we have concessions. So this one is my favorite, the pancake milkshake stand. I think this one was a lot of people's favorite. This one was available in a bundle with Vanellope. So it was Vanellope plus her pancake milkshake stand for $13.99. You could also buy this with 75 gems. So this one's super cute. I only ended up buying one, but I could have probably bought a bunch of these because they are that cute. The giant cherry stand, as you guys heard me earlier say, it was part of the Fix-It Felix Jr. bundle. And finally, we have got the burnt pie stand, and I don't know why it ended up over by Lion King, but it just did. But here it is, and now it collects 70 magic every 4 hours. So this is almost as useful as the attraction for the internet. So that is pretty insane. Sully, move out of the way. There we go. Sully's in the way, can't see. Alright, so now let's talk about all of the bundles. All of the bundles. Okay, so featured bundles, guys. I wish I had images for you, but you guys will probably remember from the events. So just stay sharp. Alright, so the first one we had, as I said earlier, was a Calhoun's Dynamite bundle for $5.49. The next one we had was the Parade bundle, which is the Parade float. That one was pretty cool. I will show you guys that in a second. In that bundle, we were able to get the float plus 1,500 hearts. So that was very, very useful at the start of the event because that was some great event currency. And event currency right at the beginning, super duper important. So we're going to see all of the parade floats come out here in a second, so we'll just keep going. But the parade bundle was $279, so that actually was a pretty good deal and definitely worth it to help you push along in the event. Also, guys, the parade floats, they do collect character tokens, so that is also extremely useful in the scheme of things when you're working on an event. You definitely need that currency. Oh, I took it off. I swear the parade float was on there, so I'm ticked, the Ralph Parade Float. You did see it there for a second. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we'll just have to look at it here. That's too bad. So it's the very first one, the Wreck-It Ralph Parade Float, and you can see one of the character tokens that is on there is Ralph's left side of his heart medal. So very useful, and you know what? It's not bad to use all the time now because it will collect 750 magic and possibly 5 gems as well. So very useful, just like the other event parade floats we can see beside it, like the Winnie the Pooh and the Big Hero 6 and the Little Mermaid. They all can collect the same amount of stuff. The event currency bundle was one thing this time I didn't purchase, which I usually purchase at the beginning of events, and that event currency bundle was $5.49 real money, and you got 80 gems plus 2,500 hearts. Now again, very useful at the start of the event if you did purchase that, but I did decide to do the parade float bundle, and again, that just gives you that little bit of extra currency for sure. Now, we had Fix It Felix's high score bundle, which I told you about, and that was $8.49. And what's great with the Calhoun and Fix It Felix bundles is that it does give you a chance to collect these characters, but it also gives you a chance to collect the concessions. Because the concessions are 60 gems, except for that pancake milkshake one. The other two were 60 gems. So that would have been the burnt pie concession and the cherries. So very useful for sure if you guys are going to invest real money into the game. Next was the Vanellope bundle. Now, Vanellope bundle was pretty awesome. It was $13.99, and if you guys were running out of time in the event, then that was your best way to go, was to buy Vanellope and get the pancake milkshake stand. So you definitely got a lot of stuff out of that for $13.99. And that bundle, she was the most expensive in the whole entire event. Now, there was, I believe, some character bundles. If you guys didn't have certain characters like the Disney princesses, so Cinderella, Jasmine, Belle, and Ariel, gave you a chance to collect for them. I already had them in my kingdom in my game, so I don't know what the bundles were for that per se, but you guys can always write them in the comments below and let each other know in case you guys are wondering about that. Now, we did have a bundle, though, for Ariel, which was part of her costume, though. So her Comfy Ariel bundle, they called it, and that just included the costume, not the actual princess. So the costume plus 40 gems was $6.99. So a little bit expensive for a costume, especially that wasn't for the character that had to do with the event, but still a very cool costume, and very, very happy about that. So I actually added up all of these bundles, so the Calhoun, the Parade bundle, the Event Currency, the Fix It Felix, the Vanellope, and the Comfy Ariel, that all totaled $43.24. So that is actually quite a lot in the grand scheme of things, but at the same time, if you guys didn't purchase everything, obviously it's like it wouldn't have been that much, but obviously Vanellope's really jacked it up there, her Vanellope bundle, but it did offer a lot of different possibilities to get a lot of really great stuff. So it just depended on how much you played the game, to be honest. Like, really, in the event, you guys can finish events if you guys follow along on my channel for sure. I will walk you through every step of the way. So if you guys are always wondering, like, oh, I can't finish an event, I need help, just join me in my channel and I will help you guys out. And remember, when I first started this game, I was really, really small. I had a really, really small kingdom. So I started from scratch for you guys to see everything that happens in the game, even though I didn't know a lot back then, but everything is there. And my first event, I jumped halfway through and didn't finish it, but every event that I was part of after that, like from the start to the end, then I was able to collect everything in it. So really, guys, it is possible even when you have a small kingdom. It's not just because my kingdom is totally full and busy now. So this event ran from November to December. It was 29 days long. Now, this was a couple of days longer than most events, but I think the reason for that was pretty simple, because we had all the princesses and and their costumes that we could collect. So we had a lot more to do in this event, but I definitely have to say that it was a lot more exciting. So I hope they do some more of those princess costumes from the Ralph Breaks the Internet movie in the future, because there's still some pretty great ones like Mulan's costume, and I remember there was Anna and Elsa, so there's still like a lot more characters they could do. Now there are some Disney princesses that also have costumes that aren't in the kingdom yet, like Disney Magic Kingdoms hasn't released them, so that will be pretty exciting when we get that far to be able to bring in some characters like Merida, for example, who isn't in the game, or Moana. So everybody had comfy cozy costumes, and yeah, I think it's something that Disney Magic Kingdoms game definitely can elaborate on in the future, so we'll have to wait and see about that. I know a lot of you guys are excited for Tiana, so I'm sure that is an event that will be coming very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an event in 2019, probably pretty early on. I could definitely see that. There are enough characters for that, for sure. So that is definitely a prediction video I could do for you guys if you wanted. I love doing those prediction videos. I did one for the Wreck-It Ralph one too, but I thought that it was going to be based off of the just Wreck-It Ralph movie and not Ralph Breaks the Internet. I did not expect to get Yes and Spamly and all these characters, but that was really cool that we got a chance to collect some. So I'm really, really happy that Disney Magic Kingdoms was able to do that. I was a little hesitant at first, a little surprised, and maybe a little bit discouraged that they weren't going to, you know, bring in some of those other characters that we like maybe Taffeta or Sour Bill, or of course, Turbo, aka King Candy, who was absolutely crazy, but that would have made a great villain in the game, so I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they have a tower challenge where we can collect King Candy. And he could have a costume too, because they could do his like Cybug look or his Turbo look and then his King Candy look. So actually he could have like 3 costumes. That would be intense. But anyways, that is for a future tower challenge prediction video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that by subscribing and hitting that little bell for post notifications. If you guys have enjoyed this I'm Gonna Wreck It recap, make sure to give this video a big Mickey thumbs up, and I will be bringing Bambi into the kingdom. I know that is something that a lot of you guys have wanted me to do now during the event, but I was holding off because the event was the main focus, but now I'm going to start the process to bring in Bambi. So it is going to take a little bit of time because it takes like 12 hours or something to bring him in, so I might do another video before that, but he will be coming before Christmas, so make sure to stay tuned. Happy holidays, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful break. I think this is pretty much everybody's last day of work or school before we get a couple of days off for the holidays. It's going to be lots of fun, and I'm really excited to see what Disney Magic Kingdoms gives us on December 25th when they give us that very, very special sapphire chest, which is going to be really great because that will give us an opportunity to collect one of those characters that we haven't been able to collect, not in limited time events, but in bundles. So for example, like Flower that I need, or Merryweather, or even Rex from Toy Story if you guys don't have him. There's Wally I got last year when I started the game, so there's so much for you guys to actually be able to collect from that chest. So please log in on Christmas Day to open that chest. You will regret it if you don't. Okay, so that is everything I'm going to be doing for this I'm Gonna Wreck It event recap. Hopefully it was helpful. Again, if I've missed anything or there's any bundles that I didn't see during the event because I already had certain things, again, please put them in the comments for other people to read and you guys can have discussions about it, and I will definitely go through and give you guys lots of hearts for that. Hearts, 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 as Yes says. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next one.